Hey, what's up, YouTube? How you guys doing? Aparsh here. Hey, have you guys been noticing that Lexus has been hyping up the crap out of the new RCF track and RCF regular version? I mean, I feel like every time I'm watching YouTube, I'm getting a promotion video, something like this that's on my screen right here. Every time I'm watching NBA basketball, I'm getting all sorts of commercials that are showing all this footage of the RCF sliding sideways around tracks like it's amazing. What's going on, guys? Let's talk about it. So I saw so many commercials about this car that I just got interested and frustrated at the same time. Frustrated, like, why the hell is Lexus trying to push this track car so hard? I mean, so Lexus is part of Toyota, right, guys? And Toyota's coming out with the Supra. I would totally understand the Supra being pushing commercials like this for the Supra because that's a car that they'll probably sell in big numbers. But $100,000 RCF track car with a carbon fiber hood. I mean, I think that looks dorky. I'm sorry, guys. I think it looks super dorky with that hood. Like it's just, but Lexus. It's like Lexus doesn't know who they are, is what I feel like, and maybe they're trying to be more BMW. I'm not really sure. Like, what's the average age of a Lexus driver? Like 60? I mean, it's all old people driving around in their Lexuses, and that's fine. I'm not sorry. I'm not trying to tell you if you're 20 years old and you're driving Lexus, you don't need to be offended with me. I think it's a great brand. They're known as being luxurious and reliable, right? You get the Toyota reliability and you're getting the luxury of a nice leather interior and a bunch of you know heated seat type features. So I think it's a good brand, and I just am confused with the message that they're sending with these cars. Are they trying to tell the world that they're making race cars now too, and that maybe you should consider buying their IS 250 car because the roots of the car are part of this family of race cars? I don't really know, but it frustrated me seeing these videos to the point that I wanted to look into it and understand it a little bit better to see if maybe I shouldn't be frustrated. So I like to do, and if you watch some of my other videos, I had to make a spreadsheet. So my spreadsheet was what kind of numbers is this car putting down, how much does it cost, all the regular stuff I would do when I was like comparing McLarens and Ferraris and stuff like that. I used the same spreadsheet formulas and stuff like that, and then I said, okay, who's the competitors? So here's the spreadsheet. We've got the RCF regular version, we've got the RCF track, the BMW M4 Coupe, the Mercedes Benz C63S AMG, the Audi RS5 Coupe, the Infiniti Q60 Red 400, the Tesla 3 Performance, the Mustang GT350 and GT350R, the Jaguar F-Type R, the Porsche 911 Carrera T, the Toyota Supra that's coming out soon, the Nissan GTR Pure, the Corvette ZR1 and Z06. A lot of cars on there, right? So let me talk about this as quickly as I can so that you can get a lot of information from me without me losing you, hopefully. Because this is the second time recording this. The first time I recorded this, it went half an hour, and I realized I think everyone would just get mad at how long the video was. So I've got a whole bunch of numbers on here. How much does the car cost with no options from the factory, like the starting price? How much did the car cost when I went and built it on the website? How much horsepower does it make? How much torque does the car make? How much does it weigh? What's the horsepower per pound ratio? What's the dollar per horsepower ratio? What kind of motor does it have? What kind of transmission does it have? What kind of drivetrain is it? Rear wheel drive, all wheel drive, front wheel drive, etc. 0 to 60 time, 0 to 100 time, quarter mile time, top speeds. And there's more stuff, but I'm not going to get into all the stuff at the bottom because that would just get too crazy. So, um, just keep in mind, guys, we're talking specifically, this video is about the Lexus RCF and the Lexus RCF track. That's what this video is about. This video is not about an M4 or a GT350. It's only about these two cars, okay, and comparing them with the others. So just keep that in mind. Um, I'm just gonna cut the crap on this for you guys though, real quick, and just get to the big points. And that is that the RCF is you're pretty much not gonna get one that's less than probably even $75,000. Okay, the track version is basically $100,000 car no matter what. So we're talking about two different cars. And when we're talking about two different cars, they're competing in almost two different classes because that $25,000 difference between the two of them really changes a lot. So on the upper end, the F track, we're competing against the F Type R from Jaguar, the 911 Carrera T, the Z06, possibly the ZR1, and the GTR. So, my opinion, to just cut to the chase here, guys, is that the GTR is by far the best car. The Nissan GTR Pure starts at $100,000, and if you're comparing that against the track car, or if you were debating about getting the RCF track or the regular RCF and you have the money for the track, do not buy it and just go buy the Nissan GTR. You can close the video, just go to the Nissan dealership and go buy one, okay? I owned one of these cars for 3 years. It was freaking amazing. It does have a backseat just like the RCF does. And just look at the performance numbers, guys. 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds, does a quarter mile in almost 10. 195 mile per hour top speed. It has a true dual clutch transmission, 565 horsepower, 467 pounds of torque. Thing drives like a dream, feels like a camera on the streets when you want it to. You flip all the R switches up to R mode, and all of a sudden you've got a track monster. Performs great on the track, performs great in a straight line, blah, 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 blah. You're probably thinking, hey, I thought this video was about the Lexus. It is, but this is the car to buy if you're going to spend $100,000. Or if you're looking for something that's going to be more of like a tire burner drag car, I do recommend the Z06. You can't go wrong. Sorry, you can't go wrong with the Z06. I mean, 650 horsepower, 650 pounds of torque, but there's no back seat, and it's just a little bit different of a car. A lot more flashy. The Corvette's way more flashy than a GTR, but they both do pretty much dead even 0 to 60s, dead even quarter miles. And you can pick up a Z06 cheaper than a GTR. But a GTR will smoke a Z06 on the track. And if you need to go higher, get better than that, you can go with the ZR1 for a lot more money. So anyway, GTR I think wins the whole upper echelon of money. And for everyone that thinks I'm a Porsche fanboy, I'm definitely not. The 911 Carrera T is a great car, but I think that the GTR is the better choice. Now going back and let's talk about the $70,000, $80,000 zone. So the RCF non-track F track car. Here's where things get complicated. Let me open this window again and let's build one because this is where it's a little bit tricky. RCF. We're gonna go to build one, and also just to throw this out there, this is the new 2020 RCF that they're pumping out. They're making a big deal about right now and all the ads and marketing. They didn't really change a whole lot for the RCF non-track version. They gave it like 5 more horsepower or something. I don't even know why they're pushing it so hard. Anyway, we're going to build your RCF, and then we're going to talk about why I'm already getting super frustrated. So starts at $64,750, which at that point, at that price, if we go back over to the spreadsheet, 64 is really low compared to like the M4. It's 5,000 less than the M4. It's like 10 grand, 12 grand less than the C63. And it's about 10 grand less than the RS5 Coupe. So those are pretty big differences for like those are its main competitors. Audi, BMW, Mercedes, BMW, Audi, and Lexus are kind of like the big four in that luxury performance model type stuff, right? So being that it's so much cheaper, it seems like it's a really good deal, right? But this is where things get wonky. So there's 3 colors. There's only 7 total colors, and only 3 colors don't charge you extra money: white, silver, and black. Now, if you want to go with this crazy matte gray, you have to get the track package. So now you're at a $100,000 car. So realistically, there's only 6 colors you can get for the regular RCF. If we go with the red, you have to spend $5,300 for a premium package. If you go with the blue, $5,300 for the premium package, and yellow, $11,000 for the performance package. So is this really a $64,000 car? Well, it might be if you can stomach to live without a lot of these other things that you may end up wanting. So let's say that you are going to try to make it that $64,000 car, and we're going to go with white because white's super popular, right? So let's go. And by the way, I would have gone blue if it was me really building it. That's how I built my cars. I went blue. So next up, we have to pick our interior, and black Nulux. That means it's not leather. So this is a $65,000 car right here with fake leather. And fine. but there's other options you can get, right? And unfortunately, you can't mouse over this stuff to see what it is, but this is real leather, and this is you have to get the premium package. So any of this stuff, premium package, premium package. If you want this red one right here, you have to get the track car. So $100,000 interior right here. This one I believe you have performance package for that one. So all this stuff is starting at $5,000 to get this leather interior. So okay, I'm gonna go with the non-leather, the fake leather, right? I'll try to stomach the fake leather. So now we're gonna talk about what is the premium package. So maybe I do want that premium package to get that leather or that color that I wanted. So I'm gonna take a look at it. What else does it come with? Driver's seat memory. This is 2020, guys. Driver's seat memory is part of the $5,000. Just wanted that to sink in a little bit. That's the first thing they tell you to get excited about, is that you have seat memory. I mean, I feel like my dad's Volvo from 12 years ago had seat memory, and it wasn't even an option. It was included. Heated steering wheel. I did check out what heated steering wheels cost from other manufacturers. It's usually around $150 to $200. Blind spot monitor system with rear cross traffic alert. Okay, that's probably a little bit of technology. Maybe it's a little bit expensive. Rear seat center armrest with trunk pass through. Nothing. Leather trimmed interior. Okay. Heated and ventilated front seats. This is where they're going to get people on this one. They're going to go, oh, well, I got to have my heated seats. And I don't know if you can get those heated seats anywhere else as a separate option other than inside of this premium package. Auto dimming mirrors, power tilt and telescoping, steering column. Are they really going to say that that's an option for the premium package? Is that the steering wheel does power tilt and telescoping? Man. And then rear seat cup holders. This is a shame, guys. I mean, $5,000 for this. Now, if you want the performance package, you get all of those things, plus you get a carbon fiber roof, carbon fiber front spoiler, carbon fiber rocker panels, rear diffuser, speed activated rear wing, and black carbon fiber interior trim. So you're basically paying about $6,000 more to get carbon fiber roof and some accents. Which, if you really want those, I guess it's probably not a terrible deal. But I just think I think a lot of these options are overpriced, and they know that they're gonna kind of catch you in a way. So, I'm just gonna look at the options real quick. LED headlamps are $1,000. Moonroof's $1,000. 19-inch. The wheels, you got to get these wheels, by the way. Differentials, and let's just say that. Let's go all the way back real quick. Let's say that you did want the blue like me, and then you had to get the premium package, and then you were able to get the leather. Okay, so now you're getting the leather. What did I do wrong? I did something wrong. Black leather with black carbon fiber is reserved for the following package. I don't understand. What did I... Oh, okay. I had to pick from up here. Gotcha. So now I have the leather interior, and let's say I want navigation. I didn't even mention this. Navigation, you have to get the audio package, so I'm going to add that. And then I'm not going to get the performance package. It's not letting me move on. Why is it not letting me move on? It's like frozen. The website is frozen. Okay. Cute. Okay, so we're gonna want the headlamps, of course. I would definitely want the power moonroof. You have to get these wheels. I would definitely want the torque vectoring. And now I'm at $80,000. So, you just went from what seemed like a really good deal to $80,000, and I think that this $87,000 one that I built, I think it had the performance package on it with the difference. So, I just want to point out that it sounds like a really good deal at the beginning, and then if you don't mind not having memory seats and heated seats, and you don't mind having fake leather interior and all that stuff, and you can do white or black or silver, then yeah, you could get away with that $65,000 price. You could do it. But I think a lot of people that are spending that much money on a car are going to be like, well, I have to have heated seats. And then all of a sudden you just spent $5,000 more, and then, I got to get the wheels and tires because you should. and then I want the LED headlights, and then I want the sunroof, and then all of a sudden you're $75,000-$80,000. I mean, it's real quick. And then comparing that to its what I think is its closest competitor is the BMW M4. I built one and it came out to 77,000, which again is going to put them in the same ballpark then when you build them both out. But I just think the BMW is giving you a whole lot bang for your buck. That's just my opinion. So there's all these numbers on here, and 0 to 60 time it does look like the C63S is the fastest. It also is the fastest in the quarter mile. So I should have said quickest. The quickest in the 0 to 60. It's also the fastest in the quarter mile between all the luxury competitors here. It also has a multi-clutch transmission, which is really nice. It's a 9-speed multi-clutch, which is not dual clutch, but it's a similar idea. It's not a typical automatic. It's a multi-clutch. And then the thing that I do that is really important to me though is that the M4 is available with a manual transmission. It's the only car out of that whole group that you can get a manual transmission, and I think to me that's a big deal. Personally, I would definitely go if I was deciding between these 5 cars. Let's just say 4 because we're going to take the track version out of the RCF. I would definitely go M4. No, not without a doubt. It wouldn't be a question. But just mentionables over here. The Q60 Red from Infinity is a pretty good car too. It's a lot cheaper and it's slower. So it's no, especially in the quarter mile, it's nowhere close. But it's a good looking car and it gets the job done and it's cheaper. And then similarly priced, the Tesla Model 3 Performance is also cheaper, but it's also really damn fast. It is quicker and faster than the other cars, but it doesn't make any noise. So there's that. The F-Type R is probably not for me. I'm not like I think it's a cool car, but I wouldn't want to own one. They sound really good though. The 911 Courier T is a good car too, but it's just a lot of money for what you get. And the new Super coming out, I threw that on here. That's going to be more like the Q60. Not tons of power, but it's going to be a good performer for what like bang for the buck wise. And then as I already mentioned, the GTR. The GTR is by far GTR. The GTR is by far the best bang for the buck car on the list, in my opinion. I think it very arguably you could say that the Z06 is the best bang for the buck. I have a special place in my heart for the GTR. So I think that I could be a little bit biased there, but the numbers don't lie, guys. I mean, either you can't go wrong with a Z06 or a GTR, and I do think you could go a little bit wrong with this track. And I think that they're charging this outrageous $100,000 price mainly because they're saying that there's only going to be 400 made with only 50 in the United States, and I think it's just an overpriced, overweight car is what I think. So that's going to wrap up this video. I'd love to hear what you guys think about all these cars. And I didn't even really touch on the GT350 very much, it's a car I absolutely love. I'd love to own one in the next year if I can. And it's a little bit different than a lot of these cars on this list, being that it's a muscle car. I guess the Z06 is also a muscle car, but the GT350 is also in that cheaper zone with like the Q60 and the Tesla Performance 3. But it puts out some great numbers. And it has a backseat, and it sounds amazing. I feel like you get a lot of best of both worlds with the GT350. You get the sound you might get from that V8 on the RCF, but even better because it's flat plane. You get the back seats again, and Ford's interiors are really good now. So I think it's actually pretty luxurious, and you just get a lot of stuff. And if you can afford it, I would even get the GT350R, or at least get the R wheels, the carbon fiber wheels on a regular non-R version, but. I didn't talk about the GT350 enough. The video is already long enough as it is. The GT350 is a great car, and if you were good with going with any brand and you're not a brand snob like some people, I think it could be a very good choice to get instead of an M4 or instead of the RCF or any of these other cars. I would highly recommend it. So, GT350 or the GTR, I think those two cars, you can't go wrong with them depending on how much you're going to spend. So that wraps it up. I'm gonna have some more videos I'm working on, guys. They're not done yet, but this is one that's done, and we'll get this out to the masses. And I want to hear what you guys think about all this stuff. Comment about this. I want to know, do you guys think the RCF is a total, dog poop car, and why did they make it? The track version in particular, not the regular one, but the track version is an idiot move by Lexus. Should they have not spent all this money marketing it, or am I missing the genius behind the marketing and what they're doing? I'd love to hear from you guys. Have a great day.